by the wonderful sculptor Kathleen McLeod has been cast. I am Joan Logghe, and I am the new poet laureate. It's hard to say. I can't believe it. This is the ceremonial ballroom shirt, which I'd like to put on before I read my poem.
I'm going to try it.
This poem is written about this very event. It's called Music on the Plaza. Then there was that evening on Plaza Fatima, little circle tucked between Acequia Madre and Canyon Road, behind the ravens settling down for night, beneath the scent of basil and roses, we could hear the music from the plaza. Free music filling in the distance, traveling up Paseo de Peralta and turning left, and music turning right at Delgado and right again, and we heard, as if from long times ago, a tune. We stopped, put down our pens, our water glasses filled with juice of watermelon, and we either wept or smiled, depending on how our families found themselves that season. Myself, I strained to hear and then leaned back, received. This city has been my Santa Fe for years, holy as we ourselves are music. Driven streets and states, walked more than a few miles, music for the meals I've eaten, grace notes for the friends I've made. I ate my first enchilada at the shed, red. I met men whose languages I speak and those whose languages I can't. Men with state jobs. And at my bank, my money floating in and out of hands. Tellers, Josephine now gone, she was rooting for me. My shopping life, the goods and jewelry, my taxes going for the public good, that music. Every time I buy a stamp downtown, this music from the plaza, this town grown city right before my years, that music from the bandstand, that summer night, that night, the voice of city. I want to say a few words before I hand this over to a poet of the future. I want to thank Valerie, who did an outstanding job as poet laureate. 52 events of great beauty and quality. I want to thank David Rush and the bandstand for making the plaza a place of community again, as it is meant to be. Special thanks to the Santa Fe Art Commission, especially Sabrina Pratt, for sponsoring the Poet Laureate program, a rarity among cities. Thanks to New Mexico Literary Arts, my little dear boy who keeps the green grass in grassroots art organizations. Thanks to Kathleen McLeod again for this fabulous yellow pencil called Future. Thanks to my dear friend, Bob Chavez, pedicab driver by day and night photographer by night. He changed his schedule for us so he could bring you the two poet laureates. And to the poetry paparazzi, I never thought I'd get to say those words. The poet Anne Sexton said, "We are writing a communal poem." I wanted to thank not just the two preceding poet laureates, Arthur Z. and Valerie Martinez, but the many fine Santa Fe poets who are my friends and colleagues. They are writing in coffee shops and colleges. They are publishing everywhere and starting literary magazines. They are both well-known or below the radar. They are reading their poems in apple orchards and homes in Chupadero, as well as independent bookstores. We have a great audience for poetry in this city. The Lannan Foundation at the Lentic regularly fills the house with 850. We have bookstores that stock poetry and teachers who put stock in poetry, who welcome poets into their classrooms in programs such as Poets in the Schools and Artwork. Thanks to CultureNet, Alex Trout, for Poets in the Schools, Sabrina and the Arts Commission for Artworks, which is now going to be sheltered by Partners in Education. Tonight ushers in a new era in poetry, where children fall in love with poems, adults support each other's work unceasingly, and the youth are coolest of them all because it is teenagers' job to be cool. A time when slam, coffee shop slamming, grassroots, spoken word, page poets, and IAIA reading serve the hearts, minds, and souls of a literate and literary Santa Fe. Or maybe it's not so much a new era as bringing to awareness that Santa Fe is an epicenter of poetry in this country. We are a UNESCO city of arts excellence that has the highest percentage of writers in the workforce of any U.S. city. Let's keep writing that communal poem. We are a city of poems, city of poets. Metaphors be with you. Gabriella Ortiz, of the Santa Fe Girls School, one of my wonderful students and a poet of the future. Real close? Okay. Sorry. This poem is called Ars Poetica. The world is like a bowl of words, and like a tailor, we are weaving the words together to create concepts, ideas, thoughts, hopes, dreams, fears, foundation, knowledge. Everything is round and different, or is it square and the same? For there is rarely a pearl in a field of grain, or a dove in a flock of crows. Else, straight and rigid is the human mind, and even the philosophy of life. But there are tools. Tools like a lily pad to a frog, or honey to a bear, that help eases the pain of sadness and lament. And for me, it's writing. Writing my heart out on a sheet of blank, flat nothingness. Fulfilling my words and my thoughts with something more. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Write locally, love locally, shop locally, dream locally, sing locally, and dance locally.
Joan Logghe, New Santa Fe Poet Laureate, Valerie Martinez. Thank you. All right, we're getting to the music. We're getting close. These guys did a sound check, so we thought to give some credit to our sponsors tonight. So we get Josh. We have Josh. Josh is better than you, believe it or not. He's going to come up and say something to you.